What's up? I'm Grizz. Welcome. Season 2, Episode 1, Jujutsu Kaisen. As with all shows on this channel, when I come back for Season 2, yes, I've already seen them before, and I can't upload the reactions. I have seen the whole first season. I have seen the movie. I had probably the worst theater experience I've ever had in my life while at that movie, though, so I definitely need to rewatch it, which was actually the plan before the season began, but life happens, and then things like that don't happen. I started rereading the manga, trying to get back up to wherever the first season ended. I was like, oh, that'll be quicker. I haven't gotten very far in that either, so I'm trying to balance some things. Honestly, I think I can have those done by the end of the next week, by the time the next episode comes out. So if I'm a bit rusty here, don't remember stuff, please let me know. I know this first episode's like or this first arc, I think, is like a flashback thing, so, or like just backstory stuff. So like, I don't think I probably need to know too much going into this, but just to prep me for the other stuff, I'll be there. Expectations going into the season. Really high actually. I enjoyed the first season quite a bit. The second core specifically, I thought was really excellent, but I felt like we could definitely do more. And just from things that I've seen and friends that I have and others who have kind of talked about it, it seems like the second arc we're going to get into is going to be like fucking incredible, so I'm just kind of expecting, I have high expectations for that reason. A couple other things worth noting. I know the director has changed for the second season, so to expect some different things. I saw one trailer like in March, I think, at what's the anime convention they have? Anime Japan. And I don't really remember much about that. I think it was literally just for these first few episodes is what that trailer was as well, but definitely some noticeable different things. I'll talk about them later if they kind of arise throughout this episode, but I am expecting a slight different style, but still good enough for me not to really have to complain. I know we're in for 23 episodes. The scheduling's a little weird because they're going to take like 3 or 4 weeks off, so like we'll see end up what happens with that, just so we're all on the same page. I believe I've been spoiled on a few things that happen, like I think 2 at most, or maybe 3, it depends, but they also weren't like things that were definite, if that makes sense. They were like things that I read but could have misread them in certain ways, or they could have meant them in separate ways. So I don't know if they're things that actually happen, and I also don't know if they're things that would happen in either of these arcs. So I'm kind of just gonna wait and see, I guess, and if they happen afterwards, I'll talk about that was something that I was kind of expecting to at this point, but I don't really actually know. I can't say like I definitively was spoiled on certain things, so I think we should be okay for the most part. Also, because like I said, I don't know if these things actually happen or if people are just saying random shit on the internet, and that's kind of where that's going to be left off. As with Mushoku Tensei earlier this season and all other Toho animation shows, I cannot post the episode with audio reaction for whatever reason. If the anime itself has audio in it, Toho claims every single one of my videos. I know plenty of other reactors do it. Mine seem to struggle for whatever reason. So I'm working on a couple things right now, trying to change some stuff and see if I can get them through. But the problem is Toho waits specifically till Sunday nights every week to claim them. So even if I upload this now, I won't know if it's going to get taken down until Sunday night. And then if it does, I have to edit out the entire reaction portion of the video anyways. So it's going to be muted on YouTube here. There'll be a link in the description specifically if you want to watch the version with audio, but also the version that's just going to be full opacity and no watermark or anything over the top. Hopefully I can have that fixed for next week. Also, if you know any ways for me to get around that and whatever I have to do, whether it be pitching things differently or specifically trying to change the audio or doing something to allow it to not be detected in any sort of way, please let me know. I'm trying right now. I have like 7 different versions that I uploaded the other day that are like unlisted of me testing different things and hoping that none of them get claimed coming Sunday night, and if they don't, we'll be good to go. But if not, it's not going to be good still. So I'm going to try some stuff, but please let me know. I definitely could use that help. But that's going to be all for me. Very excited to kind of get into this. If you like it all, hit the like and subscribe to me. Don't lie to me. Feel free to stick around for the discussion after the episode. If you click away and watch the audio reaction, please come back and watch the discussion. Or even if you don't want to do that, just leave a like and a comment or something. It doesn't mean a lot to me. I spend like $12 a month to keep that damn thing up on that site that I'm sending these links for, which is kind of a lot for somebody who doesn't make any money doing this. So I would really appreciate that. Yeah, let's get going. Season 2, Episode 1. Cursed spirits. I hate walking cycles when you're looking at the ground. They freak me out. Just something the way that they look is like weird. Don't go down that alley, brother man. There's never good things down there. You're a danger yourself, though, so to be honest, you'll be okay. Okay. That is gross, dude. I've been telling myself that. This is really cool style. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, to like an absurd level usually. Yeah, yeah. Just our job. Yeah. She's just repeating the story to you, basically. I just like my money. Yeah. Let's calm down here. Don't accuse me of doing bad things. Come on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Why are we sending you in first? So it's just showing basically all the teachers now in their past, right? That's like essentially what this whole arc's gonna end up being when they were like students themselves. See, they're just it's weird on the eyes the when we do that. Okay, a little camera work. No, 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 no. Yeah, yeah, I'm good. I'm not doing that. Unless she tries to act all strong. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She's just like me, dude. I'd be like, no, 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 I'm going with you. The door closes on its own. Yeah. A lot of POV shots. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You gotta make the noise, pump yourself up for it, scare off anything that might be in there. Oh, clothing. Laid out perfectly. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What was that? Really interesting shots choices so far here, too. The door's closed behind you again. Oh, just normal. Oh, you tell me I just looked over your entire floor? Wait a minute. Yeah, we're just looping. Yeah. 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 No, it's not a. Instead of thinking, oh, we could just be looping around, we're just like, this is the longest hallway I've ever been in. I like this shot. Just stay still on it, but constantly watch them walk past it over and over. Cool. How do we escape it? Yeah. I would just run really fast and hope. Ah. So we just have to outrun it. I won't be able to keep up. Yeah. It'll become messy, yeah. What were we missing? Ah. It won't be able to, yeah. Right. For what? Like how low quality it all becomes. Oh, it's working though. It's working. It's working. Nice. The man himself. An opening. Wow, like 10 minutes in. These two can never be on good terms, like ever. Yeah, that's also true. Anything to get under her skin, bro. I might need a help. Ah. She looks like Nora. Damn. Damn, they were almost 2 days out of that shit. So I need extra, yeah. I need some money. The goof of the group. Dude, look at her. They're all goofs. Like, nice. Yep. So stupid. Mm. No, they're just having fun. This is it's just fun. Uh, she ran. Oh, star plasma vessel. Escort the girl at eraser. Huh. Uh. Ah. And then it just basically takes over completely. Yeah. Right. Sounds cool. Yeah. Damn, dude. We'd be kind of fucked. Yeah. Gotcha. Gotcha. I've no clue what this dude said. Sure. Sure. Okay. That's a fire uniform. Star religious group. Oh my god. Don't worry, we got it. They walk so goofy. Right, of course. Mm. Oh, oh, oh. Well, that wasn't to be expected. Barely. Oh, you gotta fucking run, bro. Yeah, go. I'm just doing my job. Oh. You protect her with your life. Hello. Yeah, the strongest. He literally is. Oh, interesting. Pretty great opener, I would say, for us to kind of start off here. I think it was a excellent way for them to introduce us to the way that this is going to be set up for this arc that we're going to be on, with who's going to be involved, but also a interesting way for them to explore and get you familiarized a little bit with the changes in the direction that they're going to be going regarding the style of the animation and the art and everything, as well as just the changes that the characters have, at being able to see them now, because you know most of them within the future, and understanding the way that they've changed and the way that they used to act versus how they act now, and the different directions that they each took, right? Exactly how much has changed. Being able to see somebody like Gojo, who's like beyond cocky, like where he kind of is now, and just like really, really goofy, where you still see that stuff in the future, but it seems to be toned down to like a different level. And just being able to see the evolution of the designs and everything within these characters, it was really, really cool. I liked seeing a lot of people that we kind of already knew, but also being able to see some new faces and then introduced really what's going to kind of occur here, specifically us having to get this vessel that we have here for Tengen and be able to bring it so that he can merge or do whatever, take over somehow, or implement this. I don't fully understand that. I took it at first as like oh, I'm just gonna take over this body type of thing so that I'm like refreshed, but I don't know if it's like that or if it's just like I consume this and then it like resets my time almost. I don't know exactly the way that they set that up. I'll probably understand more when I rewatch during this edit. But it was something similar to that, and it was a really cool concept of understanding that if this person goes over 500 years or something, they start to, they're not going to die because they can continuously do it, but they're going to lose human form at that point, and it could cause a lot of fucking problems. So for that reason, this is a very, very drastic, like important thing for us to kind of do. Putting Geto and Gojo on this seems like a great idea, like putting them specifically in charge of handling this, but at the same time, something of such high importance gets me a little concerned. It makes me feel like this is almost like not a, oh, we trust you the most to do this. It's almost like a setup kind of thing for them. But I might just be like using too much, like thinking too far into this. That's not even like remotely what they're trying to do. But it just seems like something so like next level, and especially when you probably know, at least like here, that there's multiple groups that are going to be countering or opposing you in certain ways, that you should probably have like an incredible squad that you're kind of building up here. So for them to not kind of recruit everybody and really like prioritize this, it screams something's a little sketch there. The one thing that I really loved, I would say the most part about this though, was the more, I guess, slice of life kind of elements of this, the understanding or showing off characters and the fun interactions that they have of them being together, just kind of talking and being kind of goofy together, hanging out, playing basketball, like the different things that we kind of saw there, where I felt like that provides you a little bit more of substance to kind of like grab onto here and be like gaining more of an attachment to these characters or understanding their motives or how they kind of act and present themselves in certain ways, which I think is a really, really nice touch for us to be able to do. And it adds some moments to kind of make you be like, where's this going? And then hit you with something like they do kind of towards the end, which builds more tension, especially from where we had all the tension at the beginning, but still adding some funny moments mixed in between. And it was just really, really cool. We had some really unique shots too, specifically in the earlier sequence when we were inside the haunted building. And it was really interesting, the use of the different 3D cameras that they were kind of doing. And we had some really, really cool shots. Some of them didn't come off like crazy good to me, but a lot of them were really, really quality. And I like that because I'm somebody who is a fan of people being a bit more ambitious and trying different things, trying to be a little bit unique. And sometimes stepping out the box isn't like the best thing to do because it could be simply done by them just 2D drawing like absolutely everything that they're doing, which they are for the most part here. But the style in which they kind of try to take on here, especially in the earlier sequence, is really, really cool to me. I think it does a excellent job of kind of elevating from the level that you probably would have got had they not incorporated these different elements that they have at their disposal to make this really come to life and add it to make it feel a bit more immersed throughout this whole sequence. Just really cool. I don't know. It was awesome. We get our opening sequence, Ghetto absorbing whatever. And then we see like a vision almost, or like a light. Like, I don't know if this is like a flash forward or something that happened before, but there's some people here. I can't really tell who it is. And then we get this really cool sequence here with this nice, I love the style that they kind of do, showing you this recorded older videos with their old school windows that they're on here. But just the style of it, the way they do it, I think presents itself in a really, really cool, unique way. We first get to see two characters in which we are familiarized with, but being able to see them in their younger, different forms almost, which is really, really cool. Mei Mei's design is beyond elevated here, in my opinion, from where we initially see her in the previous season, which I was like just okay with, but here they make her really, really hot for no reason. And I really like Utahime is very, I loved her a lot or in the first season, I'm not gonna lie, but I absolutely love just kind of the way that they present her and her personality here in this one. Also, I wonder, because Ghetto specifically they also showed too, and I don't remember, as I said in the intro, I have to rewatch the Zero movie, which I plan to do sometime this week. I don't even remember if she was in it. I'm assuming she was. Regardless, because I know Ghetto was in it, but I don't remember if he had the scar that he has, because I know she doesn't have hers here, so clearly that's an incident that happens afterwards. So if that, I'm just curious if that's something that maybe occurs throughout this season, and the same thing with Ghetto as well, if that's something that he gains this season, because I don't remember. I got to rewatch the movie to tell if he has it or if she was in it and she had it, because I can't remember shit. So I got to go back and kind of pick up on all of that. But I think that could just be a sign of maybe things to kind of come at some point. They do a great job of really setting this up and selling it, like I said before, and different uses of the angles and stuff they were doing. Very, very dynamic, I would say. Ultimately, just finding out that we're in like a looping hallway here, and there's ways to kind of break the seal, and you have to only be able to do it, you have to just run really fast. If you move too quick, they can't keep constantly piling it up and stacking it up. And I think the example they use here of the different candy boxes and stuff is a excellent way to kind of represent it and like visually show you instead of actually just kind of explaining it and doing it, which is a really unique touch to be able to have. And then also just the smart decision of just going opposite ways completely and forcing it to really fuck itself up. Really cool. This whole sequence was really, really cool. It looks so goofy in a way, like she's running and it's so undetailed with a lot of the stuff that's happening, but it doesn't really matter because it comes off very smooth and it's very, very cool. We transition into the OP. I don't really care for the song, I'll be honest, but I also need multiple listens for me to kind of see. But visually, I think it was really, really cool, and I liked it a lot, where we get to first see our glimpse of our trio here. It looks like that we're going to have, but primary focus with a lot of it being on Gojo and Ghetto and specifically their relationship and friendship. But I like the visuals here with the very cute moments of all of them kind of together in class doing different things and activities. We get to see immediately Gojo starts harassing Utahime about everything that happened. The way that he kind of does, he always kind of teases her a lot, which I really like. I love the relationship that they kind of have, and the way that she gets all like riled up, and the way that she is. I just love her personality for that. Shoko in this form looks very much similar to Nobara. Also, is Shoko the lady and the doctor lady when they were trying to fix Yuji earlier in the first season? Is that her or not? Because I'm pretty sure that she had the same name. I've started rereading recently because I was trying to catch up for this, but like I said before, very far behind. So I did pass that part. So I remember somebody by this name, I'm pretty sure, but it might not be her. I'll have to look into that, but just let me know, I guess. Then we get some really more fun, different style changes with them going straight chibi over here. Very, very cute and unique moments though. And I really, really liked it. More fun group moments, fun basketball moment. And then this is where we get our first real, I guess, conflict, kind of, not really, but the discussion between Geto and Gojo about, I guess, morals in a way, or their ethics in a way, and the way that they kind of view the people that are weaker than them, which makes a lot of sense because Geto, I'm pretty sure, specifically needs the people that are weaker and needs people to kind of come together more for him to absorb more and be able to take on more. So without him, or the ability for him to use jujitsu to protect the weaker ones, he wouldn't be able to kind of have the things that he has, or have any power or ability. So that means a lot to him for his strength and things he has, where Gojo doesn't really look at it the same similar way. This is when we first start learning about our vessel, and we're going to have to be able to get her. And they start telling you a bit more about Tengen, the whole situation regarding that, and they need to find somebody who's completely compatible so they can get through the evolution and everything. We get our goofs here walking absolutely stupid, just oozing the confidence and the cockiness and everything. It's so goofy. Geto shows up to the room and gets completely blown up, which is hilarious to me. We meet our first member of the Q squad over here. I don't remember his name. It's not popping up here, so whatever. But he's able to rescue the girl, which he's kind of going out to, thanks to him having the curses and everything that kind of follow him and help him. Gojo, of course, being cocky and fucking goofy the way he is, just stands here directly in front of the knives and doesn't even care. We meet our second person who is about to learn for the first time you don't kind of fuck with this guy. Gojo tries to establish some rules because he doesn't really want to kill him at the end of the day, but he's like, dude, I'll do it. You just gotta kind of get down on your knees and beg for me, which is the funniest shit. And then we end it here with the other group, the religious side of the group, I believe it was, or they said something like that, the ones who worship Tengen, and finding out that they basically, because we talked about before, they don't have anybody who can be hired, or not hired, but they don't have anybody who like really can do anything for them. So they have a lot of money though, so they can hire people if needed. So we end up finding Fushiguro here, which is the name that we're gonna go by, and he wants to go by that as well, which is also a part of the clan in which Maki and Mai and Megumi comes from. So is this, considering just the dark hair, is this Megumi's dad? Or would this be maybe just somebody else that he's related to? I don't know exactly who, but he looked like he had an incredible physique, and he looks like he might be kind of a problem, considering a group would kind of seek him out and hire him to kind of take this on. So I'm very curious to kind of see where they're going to head with him. And then we go into our ED, which once again, like the OP, did not really care for the song too much, but might need more listens on that. Really, really cool styles, and I think it was visually very, very beautiful, and I liked it a lot. For that reason, more fun moments between people and everything as well. And that leads us to Hidden Inventory Part 2 next week. I don't know how much more I'm going to have to say. I don't feel confident enough to go into a lot or really start theorizing on a lot of things, but I am curious. This arc is also called The Premature Death, which gets me wondering, is that premature from the vessel, and then we have some fucking problems and shit kind of breaks loose as a result of that? Is this premature as in just one of the people involved here haven't, reached, they're in school still, so they end up passing along the way here, so we end up losing one of our squad members? What exactly is that hinting towards? I don't know. By process of elimination here, I mean the only one who seeing, or that I am noticing that we've been shown so far that seems to be not in the future at some point would be Fushiguro that we meet at the end. So, but I don't think that they would name it specifically after him if that was to be the case and he were to die during this. So to me, it makes more sense that the vessel or Tengen or something happens regarding them, and a death occurs through that, which causes some problems, or some shit goes down and just these random people die and they call it that for whatever reason. I don't know, but I think I would be under that impression that things kind of don't go the correct way and we aren't able to protect this vessel and properly transfer it the way that we need to, and shit goes crazy as a result of that. So I'm going to kind of go that route. Excited to see kind of what's more to come. I enjoyed this quite a bit. I do want to catch up though and gain some better knowledge, because I feel like I'm I was all over the place during this one. I'm pretty tired too, so that could have been a result of it. Hopefully by the time episode 2 comes out, I have my shit sorted out and I can just post the reactions how I want to on here and not have to put the extra link and mute everything, but I have no idea still. So please, if you have any idea how I can do that and fuck with the audio a little bit so Toho isn't on my ass the whole time, that would be greatly appreciated. I also do wonder something I didn't say too. The entire OP and ED are based specifically on this arc, so I do wonder when they come back for the next arc, even though it's only going to be like episode like 6 or something, is that going to be complete new OP and ED and they're just going to run through for, I don't even remember how the other one is, I think it's like 17 or 18 episodes or something, they just kind of run through everyone with that. That'd be cool if they do, and I actually like that idea a lot more. Instead of specifically splitting it by cores, but splitting it by arcs if they're different, I think that's a cool way to do it. But yeah, that's going to be it from me. Very excited to see kind of what comes next. If you liked it, hit the like and subscribe to mean a lot to me. Feel free to check out the other videos on the channel, leave any comments about this episode or series. I will be back for episode 2 next week, though. You guys have a good one. See ya.